Okay. We are on the 30th of November, 2023. We're celebrating an incredible month. Well, a good month. Okay, we can say that. We got some people that have had a lot of success and some people that are just stocking up on their product. And why not? Because there are some special offers, and that's really, really good. So that's really excellent. So bless you. Maggie, Maggie is here, and we're really glad for that. And I think there are a couple more people showing up. But at any rate, what I wanted to do was I'm just going to jump right into sharing the screen because we've got a meeting, and I found this graphic, and it says there's always something to be thankful for. And on the heels of Thanksgiving and just our grateful month, this is really something to just think about. So the question is, Miss Maggie, what were your takeaways? What were your awesome things that happened last week in your business?
Well, last week was the week of Thanksgiving. So I managed to have a couple big orders, which I'm not entirely sure how those happened. You know what? One thing though that's important to remember in business is that, like, how a lot of times we give gifts to like our hairstylist or our all the different like doctors, things like that. I made sure to give all of mine the hand moisturizer, or what is it called, the hand cream. So I had all of those ready to go. No, the hand cream.
Okay,
So
great.
just sometimes like the hairdresser, like, where would he, I don't know. He's a guy. I guess he could use soap, but he's not a guy's guy. So that's why I thought hand cream would be better for him. Just the idea was always having a gift ready for people we forget about. Because, it's hard to remember. It was like how we try to tell people, don't forget your hostess gifts. What do you need for that? When they're at our open houses, what do they remember? Like for us ourselves. So I had wrapped extra 3 of the hand creams, and the fragrance free, just because that tends to be the most popular. And I gave all 3 of them out because people I had forgotten. So it was a way to be prepared.
It's absolutely a good thing to remember. And I was kind of out of it last week, and because I did get my hair cut, and I thought, oh, I'm not going to see her again till January. I could have given her a Christmas gift, and I can go back and do that. I can absolutely go back and do that. And various people gave a little extra money to Jose, my gardener. He probably, I don't know, he might have wanted hand cream, but I don't think so. Anyway.
Well, it is Vegas. Everyone needs hand cream. But I actually had wrapped up a few things that didn't sell at my open house. I could unwrap them and put them back on my shelf, but I chose to give them as gifts. So I put together a little cute home for the holidays gnome gift, the basket that had like a pumpkin on it. I gave that to one of my friend's moms, actually, who I know was hosting, but also she had given me an advent calendar with truffles and chocolate in it. And I'm just like, you know what, this woman needs something a little, and her granddaughter loves gnomes. So I thought this was a cute little gift. And then I did the Sand Hands for my husband's craniosacral therapist, because it had this beautiful Thanksgiving message, and it was just ridiculously adorable. It had to be shared, and I literally put it out there. God, who needs this gift today? And basically, the woman was so touched. She's like, no one's ever thought of me like that.
Oh, well, and that really makes it all worth it, doesn't it? Yeah, absolutely.
So I always think if I have an opening in my schedule at PT, someone must need the opening. And honestly, it usually magically happens. Somebody falls into my lap. It's the same thing with things that don't sell. I'm finding that, oh, wait, there's a need. Who needs it? Direct me. I need better direction. So actually, it was a really positive win.
Well, good for you. Good for you. And yeah, it is kind of fun. I only made up one of the sanitizers so far, but I've got like 6 more that I could make up. And I thought, these are just such great little gifts. Or the hand soap. I mean, I love to give those things out, and you make them really cute. So and that's well, we'll talk about it a little bit, but that's also part of making December work, because we really work hard in November and try and get the open house going and get people shopping early, because we don't want them to go somewhere else, and then it's like, well, we've still got a whole month, so what are we going to do here? So yeah, absolutely. And I had well, and I had somebody choose to get gifts for their clients from me this year. It happens to be Stephanie, but bless her heart. So she is getting gifts for her clients. I thought, well, that was really nice. and Stephanie being my stepdaughter,
That's fantastic.
who is on her way with ramen for dinner tonight. Yay. So anyway, all right, well, that's good. There's just always something to be thankful for. And I just think that's a really, really good thing to think about, because sometimes we have to stretch to find the good things. Some days that's just the way it happens. So moving ahead, talking about different selling opportunities. 12 days of Christmas. Oh, you know what? I'm going to jump into, well, I'm going to back off of that. Here's a new twist. And here I've got the December half off specials and the December bingo here. But for the bingo, they're having a special award in December for whoever has the most guests from different states. Isn't that fun? So this will be a good reason to invite some guests that just live somewhere else and just get a bunch of them. It's just another fun contest. So it's like, why not? Wouldn't it be fun to be named Miss America? I don't know if you get anything other than a title, but why not have some fun? So I thought that might be a fun thing to do. And another fun thing to do for December, I think, and Maggie, you're so good at this, is to study the different looks on Mary Kay in Touch if you don't have your own skills. Now, Maggie, you're quite skilled in this, but for many people, they're like, I don't even know what to do. So if you go to Mary Kay in Touch, you can find all kinds of looks, or just do simple things like I still think this look, the pink starlight, or the what's the name of this one? Pardon me, what is it?
Light beam.
Light beam. That's right, light beam. I still think this is one of the most stunning things you can do for your eyelids, and just even by itself. But you can always add more things. So and of course, everybody needs to hear, hey, what about a new hobby for this year? What about, because it's always kind of fun if you ask enough people, and most people are going to say, no, I don't think so. And it might be worth a second sentence, and it might not. So the second sentence might be, oh, but you have so much fun all the time, you'd probably love it. Dropping seeds, and every now and then someone says, you know what, I think I will do that, and you're going, oh wow, that's fun. Sometimes it becomes a surprise then when someone says that. So or to think of someone else. But going back to this one, I was talking about the 12 days of Christmas, and I'm going to show you some stuff with this, the newest thing I've just signed up for. I keep signing up for stuff. So, and I'm pretty excited about it. But doing color makeovers, I think, is a great thing. And just for people to remember their skin, because people can, they get running so fast and be so stressed, et cetera, that remembering to do the skincare is ultra important at this time. So just those little reminders. Maggie, you're also probably better at selling to men than I am. That's never been my strength. But I think you sell to those men. Well, people, their husbands, and of course some of your customers or your clients in physical therapy are men, and probably really need help. So that's really good. So what are other things that you're thinking about, Maggie, for December selling opportunities? Because you probably have some great ideas.
I do obviously love the customer drawings. I still do those monthly in the Facebook group, but I find that I don't have a lot of customers interacting in the Facebook group. So I need to find a new way to reach them. I like your idea about with the postcards and with like emails. I find that I'm not reaching a lot of people by email either. So maybe just people are too busy. But yeah, I like the idea of having a customer drawing just for an incentive to get people to contact me back if I leave a message. So that's kind of where I'm kind of at the stuck phase. The thrill of the open house is over. I'm thinking about a second chance open house, like a sip in shop.
You can do that. Stop and shop, sip and shop.
Yes, yes, exactly. Because like I said, even though I had a great turnout, there's still people I didn't get to connect with. And that's
Right.
kind of the goal of reconnecting. And that a lot, and even that's what works with the men. Like that, a lot of times like, hey, have you finished your Christmas shopping? Do you need some help? Because if we just ask them, sometimes like, oh wait, you can help me with that. It doesn't even occur to them because I mean, we love
Right.
they're guys, they need that encouragement,
Really, really good point. Thank you. Thank you for, yeah.
Yes.
And yeah, well, and we all get inundated with so many ideas. You could do this, you could do this, you could do this. And so sometimes I feel like I don't want to spam my people, but I'm in their face a little bit more than normal. Because why not? I mean, I'm joining the crowd and I want them to remember me. So yeah, yeah. That's a good point. Um, let me show you about this. This is this new thing. I'm going to actually go to a Facebook group. It's a director group, and it's with Janice Trude, who is a national sales director, and she has a ton of people. I don't know how many are they're the directors that participate with her events. And what she's doing what she's doing is having an event. Wait a minute, I've got it over. I think I've got it here. Having an event 2 times a week. Every week there's an event, twice a week, at least 2 a week. So every Wednesday is going to be some kind of product education, okay? And every Thursday is going to be talking about the business opportunity, okay? She's got additional things. For instance, on December 9th, she's going to have a workshop on getting ready for the new year, okay? And on the 4th, I don't even know what this is because I'm still getting used to this. Oh, a red jacket event. Oh, okay. I couldn't even read that. Okay, it's a red jacket event. So she's got something special once a month for that. Um, so I'm really thrilled with having something like this because there are a lot of directors. This is certainly far beyond what I could personally produce. And so why not? And even if consultants don't have a guest, it's a great learning opportunity about the products. Okay. So, I mean, it's just like bingo. Bingo is good about learning about the products, but this is probably going to be in more depth than bingo because bingo is just, 1 or 2 sentences. So it's simply another opportunity where if people want to go. But so here's the deal that I am buying this for each month. But what I'm asking for the people, the consultants that want to participate with these events, I'm asking for a $10 payment to me. So because it builds commitment, and it means even it's $10 a month, that's not a whole lot of money, but it does kind of say, oh yeah, I want to be sure to get this and make sure I can get the benefit of it so that it's not just sitting out there. Bingo is just sitting out there and that's good for everybody. But this is a little bit bigger commitment. So that's kind of where I'm going. What's interesting is if I go back to this thing, she has all these invitations already made up. And so okay, this is a director meeting, but she's got all these invitations set up. Okay, I'm not finding them right now, but I know, here we go. Okay, December 20th, this is the invitation. So if you want to use these like on your customer Facebook group or wherever, okay, these are going to be the invitations that are available. Oh, there's Spanish. She's got Spanish too. Kate Spade giveaway. They give away products every single week. They have drawings, and they give away an e-kit, at least one starter kit every single week. So there's plenty of reasons. And so I think that as people become more comfortable with just inviting people, guests or not guests, just join in to learn the skills, I guess is really what I'm saying. So that's an option for those that really want to build their business. So that's that. I wanted to tell you about that whole thing. I'm very excited about it. But this is going to be good on Saturday. So an occasional Saturday. So if you have time, it's a good thing to do. So anyone that has placed a $600 wholesale order in the month of November, well, of course, Maggie, you have more than enough done that. We have, and Beth has done that, and Mindy just did that just this afternoon. So Mindy's in there, and if she wants to look at that, so there's just these opportunities. So let me know if this is something you'd like to give. I want to just kind of work it for 6 months, and let's see what happens. Okay, it'll work or it won't. I understand that the timing, not on a Saturday, but the timing is tricky for Wednesday and Thursday night for you on the East Coast. What do you?
Well, just give it a try, think about it. Like people with young kids, they can't get on till 9 anyway. Right.
Right. Okay.
But my clients that have said no to bingo before, now that bingo's moved down to 8 o'clock my time, like I might get them to actually come on now. So now I have a little bit more variety for those things. So that's actually really useful.
Okay, good. Well, think about it. I mean, it's there. The other thing that I really wanted to get into tonight was just kind of fun, and we maybe be a little shorter tonight, but I did a workshop this morning for an hour on what is your word of the year. Have you ever done that, Maggie?
Yeah, we've done it every year I've been in Mary Kay.
Okay. So the whole workshop, I mean, she spent a whole hour talking about this. But what we had to do, and I've never officially done this before, is write down the feelings you want to have, and you want to be reminded of all the time. And so I did it. I started writing down all these words, and I just wrote word. And for me, I found out that twice I put in purpose. And I went, oh, well, that's interesting. And twice I put in impacting. I went, oh, that's interesting. And so I'm looking at my personal word and kind of like, where am I? My lifestyle is changing at this point. And so I'm like, okay, what do I want to be happening in my life, regardless, as I shift to a different lifestyle? Because at this point, I do definitely need to be home with Jack much more. So what I came up was being authentic. So this is part of Mary Kay, but it's being part of everywhere. So for me, this is a word. Now, in the past, I've done a word that worked on the unit. 2 years ago, it was blossom. Last year, it was balance. And then this past year was focus. And I have this at the banner. You may not even notice it. The banner of our National Go Giver Facebook group is on focus the whole year, because this is where I felt like our unit needed to go. So I'm working on, so where does our unit need to go this year? I don't know. We haven't decided yet. We've got to think about that. And as I look at the whole meetings, the whole relationship thing. So what do you think about that? Do you have an idea of a focus you might have?
Well, this year my word was ready. Like I'm, ready for what is open. We're ready for the possibilities, ready for whatever. Although guys, I'm not sure I've been good at being ready. It doesn't mean it's my word. I remember 2020, my word was stand up. Like for some reason, like there was a quiz you can take. It's a Christian-based way of face or web page that you could take a quiz, and it's based on more of like a biblical kind of words or more faith-based words. And for some reason, it was like stand up or something. That was kind of the gist of whatever the word was. And that was the year I actually had to stand up for myself and get away from that woman that was harassing me at Yale, right? So it was interesting that like literally it wasn't just for business, it was for all business, and in a lot of ways when that business goes into personal. But the concept of this word was really, really ready. And so next year, it's almost like, I hate to say this, but I'm not done with this year yet. I haven't finished yet.
Right, and that's okay. You could even wait till February. It's okay.
We might have to do January 2nd. Just because all these other things I want to do, but you're not wrong. This is a transitioning month. What do we want to be ready for next? Right? So what was I ready for this year? So the word that when you talked about, you wrote down all these different words and what words came back, where there was a couple that were repeated. And one thing that I think I need to focus on more is vision. because when I get lost is because I lost my vision. I lost the vision of my purpose, or my purpose flounders, or I feel like there's some variability. So what will bring me back to the vision or the actual, so that's something
So, and
along.
you have a very clear vision, I think, don't you?
Well, but it's also been a work in development with my work with Robin for 2 years. I mean, we're going into our third year working on what is that
Really?
vision? What,
Wow.
and then our last thing was more about it's, having a vision, having a goal can be scary because of what if we don't make it? What if we do make it? Or the concept of being worthy to have a vision. And so that's actually what we worked on more last time, was like, do I dare want the things I want? Like, am I asking too much of God? And as we know, that's silly. It's a silly question, but like, those are the things that are blocking me. Those are the things that keep coming up. So I think you're right with having a word like that, something that just focuses in a positive way, to hone in on what it is that it's not what we're just accomplishing for ourselves, but it's for the people that we're supposed to serve, and for our family, so.
And just hearing for me, it's like hearing the focus, hearing the direction. So in being authentic, and to me, being authentic means getting rid of the shoulds and oughts. Kind of interesting. Well, it's worth, I mean, the goal poster thing is, of course, also a really, really good thing. And I think December 9th is going to be fun to look at that workshop on, just getting ready for the new year. So that's another option. So for anybody that wants to do the $10 commitment, and obviously I'm going to be reaching out to a couple of people that are really, really working more. But it's here. So if you're interested, just let me know, because I am doing this and I'm going to see where I go from there. So anyway, so okay, I keep wondering who in the world is going to have the perfect party. I remember, especially when I was doing 2 or 3 parties a week, I was always looking for, when am I going to do the perfect party? 5 guests, $500 retail, 2 or more bookings, and a new recruit. And I think I might have done it only 2 or 3 times, because a lot of times it took me a while before I was recruiting at my parties, because I wasn't comfortable with it. So it took me a long time to kind of get into it. But it's kind of fun to look at that and see where that goes. Okay. Now, did anybody do the turkey challenge? Did you do the turkey trot challenge, or have you filled this in at all, Maggie?
Yeah, it's on my fridge. Let me go grab it.
All right, good for you. Because I put it out there a lot, but I never asked anyone if they're doing it or not. So I've got to find out, because I think we have some awards to come across.
The only thing I didn't color in yet, because I wanted to double check. I think I've sold a repair set and a miracle set, but I wanted to, how the months blend together.
Yeah.
I have to check that out. But this is what I got so far.
Oh my gosh, Maggie, that is great. And you put it in green. I love it.
11, 12.
So now, did you enjoy that?
I did. We haven't done this in a while, and so it was fun.
You know what? I like stuff like this too. And actually, the one for December is going to be a Christmas tree, which it might look familiar because I've used it probably for 40 years. But
oh well,
But I mean, it's really fun. So that I get to and we might even change. Let's see how many spaces how many do you count the number of spaces you might have filled so far?
15.
15. Okay, so you've colored at least 12 spaces. So what does it say?
25 mini thank you notes.
25 mini thank you notes. That's absolutely fun. Absolutely. Well, and of course, I'm going to be sending Consistency Club gifts for you. So it's kind of fun to be finding different things, and I've been trying to do something different for Consistency Club to make them useful things, because it was packaging ideas the last couple of months for you.
And honestly, thank you cards is a fantastic thing, because if we aren't doing them, we need to. And plus, if everyone's seen my thank you cards, like everyone has seen my thank you cards. Like,
Oh.
I should not have ordered 100 of them.
Okay, got it. So it's time for some new thank you cards. All right,
That was a fantastic idea. And if we don't, and especially for newer consultants, if they don't know they should be doing that, now they do.
well, you know what, that's probably one of the advantages I like is this, because it gives you a structure of like, okay, this is what to be doing with your Mary Kate time. So just to wrap this up, are there some things you didn't fill in that you'd like some more ideas or something on how to do?
Well,
Was
I
that
will
good,
say
Amber?
that I was working for the new leads. I only got two.
Okay.
Only one was over 18. That was
Uh-huh.
that was at the church fair that I did. And unfortunately, it was, oh well, but then again, I did have two new people come to my open house that were brought as guests. And so do those count as new leads? Because they could be. Um,
Well, yeah, did they buy something?
they did. And I sent them both thank you cards with those cute little $13. I don't know if you remember those little pink cards you sent me that say $13 Mary Kay bucks.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, so I threw those in there as if they bought $50, they got one card. If they bought $100, they got two cards. And I put them to use for by January, just to say thank you for, yes, I gave you a small discount at my open house, but thank you again for your business. This is how I can serve you again, So that was, I think that was finding new leads sometimes can be hard when you just feel shy after a while. It's sometimes I think having the accountability partners are really helpful.
Yeah. Well, and that goes back to the meeting if it's helpful, but I'm just anyway. Well, you know what? And so you actually have at least three new people, and the part of the as you're building a Mary Kay business, it's funny. Ann and I were having this discussion today. Again, we had a lot of discussion today. She said it was raining over my house, and she was driving by my house. I said, I don't see the rain. She said, oh, it stopped because it rains in little pieces here in town. But anyway, we were talking about the fact that Melinda Balling, we're on a prayer meeting every Monday morning with her. And in fact, Ann's senior, Tina Kremke, who's been with Mary Kay 50 years, has never done quota sales. She has never done quota sharing. What both of them have done is to build Red Jackets and Offspring directors. So the idea in my mind then is always being looking for new people. There's a high priority, even more than even doing, good customer service is important, but more, in my opinion, more important is getting new customers. So it's that mind shift of I love my customers, but getting new customers is going to give me the excitement and the interest and give me more opportunities to book and sell and recruit and all those things. So different ways to find the new customers. Well, having them at your open house, that was a good idea. Okay. Absolutely a good idea.
I guess
What else?
referrals.
Besides doing tables, because tables work or they don't, and whatever. Mary Love was telling me that she and Beth had a table in Scottsdale, Arizona, which you would think would be awesome for 3 days, and they got nothing. And I know.
Well, it did include Thanksgiving Day, didn't it? Black Friday, I knew.
No, I think it was Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Okay. Yeah, I think so. And I don't want to put that negative feeling out there, but that's not the only way. Okay, that's my point, is it's really not the only way. And I often wonder, for people that are good at building rapport instantly, like Mary Love and Beth, you're Maggie, like you, and and Beth, that have the ability, and Ruth too, have the ability to just have that warm, sincere smile and kind of just create a positive energy. Handing out 5 cards a day, seriously, if you've never done it, which I haven't. Sometimes I hand out my card, but not nearly enough. If I put a focus on handing out 5 cards a day for 5 days, that'd be 25 cards handed out. You're going to find new customers. They're going to be there. So, and I guess the UPS man just showed up because the dog is barking. But, so it's, or else it's my neighbor, but I don't know, I hope she's not coming. Let me just check and make sure she's not coming.
Hmm.
Yeah, never mind. So that's the, I'm sorry. I got totally distracted here. My next door neighbor likes to make dog food, dog treats, and I think she's making some more today. She might be bringing them over.
Oh, how fun.
But anyway, so that, I guess that's kind of a statement of the mind shift of reaching farther. I mean, we want to go deep, but we want to go wide also. Deep is going to do great customer service. Going wide is building a larger, a bigger and bigger customer base. So, those are, and I just think it might be just, or handing out, do you do some of those like blessing bags, they call them?
I did it earlier in like maybe the first year or two, and I find that, it just takes some preparation, but I didn't think of it as, I've heard of it as a blessing bag, but it just seems so awkward to hand a stranger something. But now I have more the idea that when you're handing them a blessing bag, it's just like your starter kit. You never know what's inside. You never know what seed is planted or what new blessing is really in store for that person. So it gave
Right.
me a new insight to it. So now I just have to be slightly more organized to put some together.
Absolutely, absolutely. Have you ever found like a teenager or somebody to come and help you with do some of your things? Or someone that you can pay in product?
Mm. I was hoping I did, but it didn't really work out.
Got it. Okay. Well, keep manifest it. Keep going.
Yes. Yes, I like that. Manifest office helper. Okay.
So, all right. So once again, we don't have anyone earning a charm yet, but there will be one for December.
Yes.
Let's see if we can't get that up and going and see who's going to earn a charm for their first team member. All right, so that'll be fun. Okay, Star Consultants already. So Beth is very close to her Ruby. She told me that almost with her open house, almost all of what she had was already on her shelf. So she had done
Awesome.
some work in advance to build up her inventory. So that was kind of fun. Diamond Star on the way. Okay, and we've still got 2 weeks for the end of the quarter. So we all know everyone's moving up. And I'm excited about how many. I mean, I got a whole lot apart. So I've got Pearl Star, and I started looking at the higher levels of Pearl Star, and I'm still working for that Movado watch. I'm just collecting all of my points. I still have a ways to go. But it's really kind of fun. So the Star Consultant program is still working. Actually, Mindy is really quite close. I'm going to see if maybe she wants to be a star again. That would be fun. That would be fun. So, all right, now, in fact, here's who was on target. Val McGinley has 733 in, my new team member. Kathy Elliott is on the way. Heather Adkins and Melissa Clipper both are on the way on target for Sapphire Star. So we're going to see who else decides that December is going to be the answer for them. It'll be good. Shop drop. Beth just put somebody's name in. And today is the day. You got to do this before 1 a.m. your time. So you've probably got some people, haven't you?
I will have to look because a lot of it I was focused on those open houses, and so we had the craft fair on the 4th. I don't really think I had any individual. No, I did. I did have one. You're right.
Okay, well, people that tried, so if people were at your open house, but they tried some of the product, I think they would count for 1 point.
Okay.
And you did talk with some people about the business, didn't you? I thought you did.
I did.
Okay, well,
However,
put those names in there.
unsuccessful. Okay, fair enough.
You
Yep.
might win that stunning black bag.
That is gorgeous.
It is gorgeous. It's really, really kind of fun. So that's good. Okay, and of course you and I and Beth all have our necklaces. I really like this necklace. It's gonna be a keeper. It's gonna be a keeper, for sure. Let me see if what's else I've got here. And okay, these are other people that are that are close to the 600 wholesale. Salsa, I gotta talk with, oh, a little late. She's in Chicago. I could still call her. It would be fun because this is the necklace, and you know about that. So here's what I want to do is I want to get into recognizing. We got 2 weeks in a row of recognition. So you guys trade it off. So for the week of November 4th, Beth, was the queen for 8/11, and then you were the queen. Isn't that fun? 1387, Maggie, isn't it fun to get used to the weeks like this?
That's fantastic.
It's cool. And a couple years ago, could you ever imagine doing it even once, let alone time after time after time? Isn't that amazing to think about it?
And I had the 1500 week. Yeah, that was amazing too.
1500, and that was your open house, right?
So my open house was 2 days. So those were both open house days. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
$2,000
But and can you imagine how when Beth did a $1,200 week, how that wasn't enough? It's like, wow, no kidding. How fun is that? I know, and the two of you are having such a good time going back and forth. And we're looking because Beth is #1 in the unit right now.
Right, I know. Got my work cut out for me.
I know. Isn't that fun? But look at this, 125. She really had a great open house, her best ever. And that's Suzanne. I love seeing her on Facebook. She is a hoot. She's just a very, very interesting, lovely, lovely woman and she's joined as an adoptee for us, but it's really delightful. I enjoy that. And something we haven't talked about in quite a while is, are you tracking the cruise? Have you figured out where you are on tracking for the cruise to see at least that you're 16 points? You probably are. But anyway, you have the tracking sheet, right?
Right.
Okay. Well, you might want to send me a quick picture of that. Let's flash it out there and just see how many people actually look at this. So this is what is about the end of October. This is what Colleen had. Okay. So we've got
confused. Okay.
Things to look at. So yeah, pay attention to that because that'll be a nice experience. Absolutely. 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 And of course, I've still got my eternal goal. So we'll see how that goes. Oh, Ruth is here. I didn't even know Ruth was here. Hi, Ruth. How are you?
I'm exhausted.
Well, when did you get back? I know you've been over. Where were you? Romania or somebody? I don't know where you were.
No, I was in Holland. I was celebrating my chorus that I started there 40 years ago, their anniversary, and I just had to be there.
Wow.
You started a chorus in Holland?
Yeah. I did that.
How did that? What were you doing?
I didn't know what I was doing. It was fun. I just knew it was fun.
But what, were you living there?
Yeah, we were living there. We were there a year in England and then a year in Holland and then the year 3 or 4 months back in England, and then we came back. I was only with the chorus. I started them and 6 weeks later I left.
Oh.
We didn't know when he was going to be transferred back because he was doing a job construction job in Holland, but we were first in England, and we thought we were just going to be in England, and that would have been fine. But some VP back then said, nope, every job is going to have their own engineering crew on it, so we move in 2 weeks.
Oh my God.
So from England, we just barely got settled in England, and then we moved to Holland and get all kind of settled there and started learning the language, but I lost it all since then 40 years ago. And Jessica was 6 months old when we moved to England.
That was a long time ago.
And then near the end of our tenure there at England in Holland, I said, I'm tired of not hearing barbershop except for on the 33 1/3 LP record. That's all I had.
Oh
And
my
so I
gosh,
said,
Ruth Maple, you just continue to be amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing,
and
amazing.
so the anniversary, when we were there last year, as a offshoot side trip, when we went to Oberammergau in Germany, in June and July. And they reminded me that it's been 40 years and they're having a thing. I said, oh, I'll have to come back. That's all there is to it. Boom, done. And I scheduled it and I went. All
Just
by
by
my
yourself?
lonesome. All by my lonesome. Yeah. It was so simple and so easy. It was freaky.
Oh my gosh.
And they were more than willing to pick me up at the airport, house me and everything. It was just wonderful.
Oh my gosh, Ruth, how special. Oh
Yeah.
gosh, what an amazing
And
experience.
it was all party day on Saturday, last Saturday. All party day. It was fun. And then I got to see some of my old haunts when I was there the Sunday and Monday. It was interesting.
Oh gosh.
And I
How
left on Tuesday.
you know
Longest day for me.
every there, people, the older we get, the more experiences we can learn from each other and hear about this. I mean, like, Ruth, I've known you forever. And I did not even remember that. Now, you might have told me at some point, but it went right over my head.
Yeah, anyway.
It-
But
it-
anyway, it was fun. It was fun. I
I-
finally am getting my sea legs back, I guess.
I'll bet. Well,
Because
I don't know if
right
you
into
got
Thanksgiving.
my text message. You are the resource. I'm looking for 3 of those natural beauty lipsticks.
I'll look for them tonight and give you a text
I
back.
figure you might be able to find them, because then you can help me with it, because they go to a woman in Lombard. So
Yeah, let me check my box. I might even have some here.
oh my goodness, that would be awesome. Well, just
talking.
to keep things aware, but I will not be here next week. I'm going to be busy with Jack. We're getting a lot of tests done across town. So I will be here the following week. So it'll be there in 2 weeks. And then I was thinking, so I'm just going to do a meeting in 2 weeks, and then we'll get together on the 28th to kind of wrap up the year. And but in the meantime, Ruth, I don't know where you jumped in here today.
You were talking about you were just getting into the award for the week.
Oh, okay. Because one of the things that and you can look at the recording if you'd like to. I'm not sure that the regular meetings are serving a purpose. Are they meeting, or there may be another way to do the connecting with people. I don't know what the answer is, but because it's just life is just different ever since COVID. The whole life is different, relationships are different, with all the internet and stuff. That's different because you can get the resources elsewhere. So I'm just not sure how to move ahead. Maybe I'll do 2 meetings a month, or maybe just one. We could do one meeting.
I like hearing all of the feedback when we're all here, but the holidays are just so difficult. A lot of things happen, and that's probably why attendance is down.
Right.
You saw it go down beginning middle of October.
Yeah, exactly. So, and that may be the whole issue. And you'd think after all these years, I would figure out that that's it. But but maybe I'm just like going, oh, I can't believe stuff is what's happening. So, but so we can actually wrap up early, unless you have something really valuable that you'd like to share or talk about or think about, other than looking for natural beauty lipsticks.
Well, things have been put on hold because of all my wonderful travels that I've had the opportunity to do. So, but I am getting orders. A couple of them came in this past week, and I had to deal with them, and it's fine, but it's just little trickles and that. I just got to remind people, hey, I'm here.
Right. Right. Absolutely.
And
And I keep thinking what works for me, because honestly, I don't get on the phone nearly enough to call customers. But what's working for me is that postcard. I'm spending the money to get the half off deals postcard out every month. And now my customers are starting to realize how it works. I mean, it's been a year, but
Oh,
they're getting
wow.
it. They're getting it figured out because it's always there. And if they place an order, I will text them and say, hey, you're qualified for 1 or 2 of these half off items. So even though it takes a couple extra steps, they're getting trained. And of course, then they get tied to me. And I appreciate that a lot. So, so I guess basically, any final thoughts, Maggie? How are, thoughts on a goal for December? What do you want to do in December? I mean, all of us, you and I and Beth, are behind for quarter sales. I'm just saying that right now.
Uncomfortably behind, yes. One thing so I do have a party Friday night. It's actually a 12-year-old's birthday party, and her mom is one of the women I would love to recruit. So she's pretty much hosting, so I'm still connecting her with on that to finish that. So that's literally tomorrow night. And yeah, we haven't figured out what we're I'm not clear on what she's expecting of me, but I did send her all the things.
Okay.
Like those. And then I have 3 shopping guests coming over, all 3 on Sunday. So it's kind of
nice.
like, and then the goal is to some more of the women that Tim works with, to get them invited over, so that they can have again, the sip and shop. So that's kind of my goal for the first couple of weeks in December. And then we go down to Florida for Tim's mom's 80th birthday. So it's kind of like, what can I do in the pockets of time I do have when we're not traveling?
Right.
And then,
so when will you be gone?
We are gone the 14th through the 18th, and then Tim's eye surgery is the 19th.
Oh, I'm glad he's getting that scheduled. That's good. Very good. Okay, so yeah, all right.
So the goal is to survive and thrive.
So the next meeting,
healthy.
Okay, so the next meeting would be the 14th, and that's when you'll be gone.
Yeah, we fly out at 5 o'clock that day.
We'll see. We'll see what's happening with meetings. I don't know. I want to stay connected. And I really love the fact that over the last few years with Zoom, we've gotten to know each other better, for those of us that are around. But you're right, maybe January. So anyway, Ruth, did you find any lipsticks?
I have to, is Natural Beauty the name of the lipstick or the type of the lipstick?
Or the
No,
Natural Beauty.
It's the one that it ends with a BEAUTE. It's one of the True Dimensions lipsticks that were discontinued.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Anyway, Maggie, thank you for being here. If you need to go, hop to, girl.
I'll look to see if I have any too. I might have 1 or 2, so I'll let you know.
Oh,
I haven't found any in my whole entourage here.
Well, I've got a local person that has 1.
I will put it out to my group.
Yeah, Ruth, you have resources, and that's really valuable. So, okay, my superstars, thank you for being here. Thanks for being the women that you are. I just really appreciate you all. I do.
I appreciate you too, Nancy. Please stick around. Please have your meetings. Please have your meetings.
I guess I needed to hear that.
It's my connection with a lot of, I'm one of these, I collect people. Okay. I don't mean to be a stalker, but I collect people. Okay.
Okay.
And you're right at the top. You're all right there at the top.
Oh,
in a good way.
Well, thank you. I really very much appreciate that.
So, okay.
You never know. All right, girls, have a good evening, and I'll let you know what's coming up. I'll talk to you. Okay.
Okay. I'll text you if I have stuff.
All right. Love you. Bye-bye.
Okay. Love you too. Bye-bye.